Hello again. I have a lot of paintings, and it's not easy to sell a painting with no frame. Everybody wants a framed painting. Um, Frames are very expensive. Everywhere you look, they're just the cheapest frames are like 40, $50, and they're not even that good. And a lot of them, they send them to you, and you have to assemble them, and usually you find a gap or something. And the best frames for most of the paintings, floating frames. Um, they're nice, so your painting go inside it, and you have a little gap, and you can color your frame any color you like. And you have a little gap in between. Let's see. We'll come back to this. And your painting goes right inside it, and there's a little gap between. If the frame is black, whatever, you can see the dark between, and this is like I left a quarter inch, and you can see it, quarter inch. And I took me a day to figure out the measurement and everything, and instead of buying them, I'm just gonna make them myself. And not only that, they come out nice, perfect. And if there's any little gap or something, I can fix it. But this is my first one. I just put a tape in the corner just to tape it. I didn't glue it yet, but came out perfect. And the problem is a lot of canvases are not even too. Sometimes they make them, but there's a little gap. There's a little, they're not even 90, they're not 90 degrees sometimes. Let's try another one. And some of them are not, they're a little bit off. And this way the frame will make it, um, you can just put a little piece of shin or something on each side, so the painting will be in the center. And they look nice. So let's go through the measurement, and I'm gonna do another video, and we'll make one from scratch. We'll cut it and put it together. Okay, so measurement wise, this is for us, the paintings I have, all of them are 16 by 20. For 16 by 20, there's an inside box. This is the outside. This goes behind your painting, and you can drill a few holes here so you hold your painting from the back, and this will cover the back frame. Will go on the top of it, and you can just drill a few holes in here, and you can put them together, and or you can add wood glue also and use some nails. For 16 by 20, the outside box is 16 by 20, so I did 22 inch exactly, and the other size is 18 by 22, so I added 2 more inches on each side. For the inside box, where your painting is going to be sitting on, like this, it's going to be sitting on it with the little gap. This is a quarter inch on each side I left, so it looks like it's floating inside. This one, the inside, the back panel, I added one, let me see, 1 inch. It's 16. I added a quarter inch on each side, so 16 and a half. So the back panel is 16 and a half, and here is 20 and a half. So 16 and a half by 20 and a half for the back, and the one that covers the whole frame is 22 by 18. This is for a 16 by 20 frame. I bought what I'm using. I'm using these. I went to Home Depot and I get these. This is 1.5 inch. 1.5 inch by 3/4. So it's 1.5 inch by 3/4 inch. 3/4 inch. And these are perfect for the floating frame. But the canvas is not a thick canvas. Is only let's see, it's 1/6 of an 8. Let's see exact. It's 1/6 of an 8, 6 by 8, 6 of an 8 inch, and this piece of wood is perfect for it. You take one, the bottom is flat, as the side you put it like this. Let me grab another piece so I can show you. So the outside goes like this, and the inside goes like this. And your painting sits right on the top here. Right on the top of it. The price for a $40 or $50 frame, I said the cheapest frames are like $40-50, and this beats any frame out there. After it's finished, I'll sand it. It's already nice and smooth. I'll put it together, glue it, then I'll paint it, either, you know, whatever color you're planning on using. The price, this is $4.50 for 8-foot piece. You need 2 of these, makes you 1 frame, so the total of $9. That's not bad. You add glue, you add everything else, probably comes out to, I'll say, $10, $10.50. And if you add the hardware and you know, paint, can of spray paints, you can do 4 or 5 frames with it. You add another $1 or $2 there, so the total probably $11-12. $12. $12 is not bad. $12 is better than $40 or $50, and it really doesn't take that long to make. To make it, it's very easy. If you're doing outside, just measure and just make sure when you pick the pieces of wood, make sure they're even. Make sure the pieces are even. You know, look at it like this and see if it's even, if you can see it. Not you know, just make sure it's nice and make sure it's clean. There's nothing you know, like it is no holes, nothing, and nice and clean. No dents, no holes. And for the outside, just measure the outside. I said 22 by 18, so you add 2 inches to your painting. Just measure 22. I don't have a lot of room here. I was doing it 22 by 18. So 22. Cut your first one, then measure the other one, because when you cut, that saw will eat a little bit of your piece of wood. So make sure it's exactly 22. So you can use one of these. Gives you a 90 degree, so you can draw a perfect, and just cut it. You can use an electric saw like I have here, or you don't need that. You can just use the box. Put your piece of wood in here, and just make sure it's flat, and mark it. It's already marked, and just cut it. This will give you a 90 degree angle too. So when you cut that piece, let's say this is the piece I just cut. If it's going here, just mark your 45 degrees degree. If it's going here to this corner here, just mark it like this, and the other side like this. So just mark your corners where you want your 45 degree, and you can use the box to cut that 45 degree, and do the other 45 degree on the other side, the opposite side, and same thing with the other side. So that was the 22 inch, and you can go ahead and cut the 18 inch, do your 45 degrees, and put them together. You can use a glue, use a tape, and you can use wood glue to put them together. I am gonna do this in detail when I'm putting them together. I'm waiting for 90 degree holders, so I'll have a 90 degree, perfect 90 degree. I ordered a few of them. They're coming in. I have no idea when, but for now I'm just trying to give you the measurements. So I'm gonna say it again: 16 by 20 canvas, the outside frame, the outside cover, you add 2 inches. It's 22. The outside you add 2 inches, so 22 by 16, and the inside you add half an inch. The inside is you add half an inch. So we said 16 by 20 canvas, so the inside is so the inside is 20 and a half, and 16 and 16 and a half. So you add half an inch. On the outside you add 2 inches, on the inside you add half inch. That's it. It's that simple. And in probably a couple days, when I receive the glue and everything else, and I'm ready to put it together, and I'll do another video and we put them together, and I'll make one from scratch, cut it and everything, and we put it together. Thank you for watching.